So we have Matthew, Jesus saying in this text here in Matthew that the guests will fast. The guest is us. The bridegroom is Jesus Christ, and he's the one that's taken away from us as he is crucified, died, rises again. And so the expectation that Jesus has is that we will be a people who will fast. And if you remember when we were listening to the gospel on Ash Wednesday, it was the same thing. Jesus said, and when you fast, it's not an if you fast and if you might perhaps fast, and when you fast. So the expectation is that we will fast. And so the question is, how do we fast? How should we do that? Well, a good fast is bread and water. And we do that from the time we wake up all the way through till the next day. These days, it seems to me that a lot of Catholics are getting confused with the Islamic fast, which ends at nightfall, and then you can eat as much as you want. That's not what we do. We go all the way through till the next day, and then we break our fast at breakfast. That's when we break our fast. So we do a full 24 hours fast. So bread and water is a good fast. You might not be able to fast once you get to a certain age. I think it's 60. You don't have to do that. But we can fast from other things. If we're not able to do a fast like that, we can fast from, as you know, sweets, or we can, whatever it might be. Friday especially, today, is a day of penance where we unite ourselves to Jesus on the cross. And so we look at how we do that we do some form of penance, something to unite ourselves with Jesus on the cross during a Friday. But of course, we're fasting all the way through Lent. What is that fast? But what the first reading points to is how we do our fast, our attitude during the time of fasting. Because I know, when I fast, if I'm doing bread and water and fast, I can get a headache later on in the night, or later on in the afternoon, probably because I've been drinking too much tea and coffee, and then all the stuff is coming out and it affects my head. And so we can get tired, weak, short-tempered, and then our behavior deteriorates. And this is what the prophet here in Isaiah is addressing. How do we behave during our fast time? Are we short-tempered, irritable? Do we mistreat people during the time of fast? Because obviously, as disciples of love, we're called to love. And just another thing on fasting. Fasting without prayer, there's another name for it. Do you know what the name for it is? Fasting without prayer? It's called a diet. Okay? So prayer and fasting go together. Prayer and fasting together. Otherwise, it's just a diet. Okay? So when we pray and fast, there is power in that. We are humbling. We are putting down our body, refusing the cries, the call of the body to say, satisfy me, satisfy me. We're saying no. And as we do that, we're also learning to say no to sin, which cries out to us and says, satisfy me, satisfy me. And so if we can say no to our body, then perhaps we can say no to sin as well.